However, it's just going to be determined as well as far as, I would say, what sort of a map control and playstyle each teams are going to be doing and choosing to execute coming into this, as far as if, say, Tourmaline, who is going to be starting on CT, do they just prefer to play on the retake and give up site for now? Are they looking for that mid presence and mid control aggression to start just to gather that info? Because this is a fairly large map with a lot of pathways and connectors that go through each site. So just because you're spotting somebody over on one site doesn't necessarily mean that there's a quick movement over onto B. And we're already seeing here, it's a contest over at A first, as Rox is first to fall, Keg. Oh my.
First to fall, Sajidine, but maybe only one so far. 3 of those going to take some damage at the very bottom of sight, but look at this though. So much crossfire action could come into play. So far, though, we haven't seen much from Tourmaline. They've only lost one body, has been a trade after a while, but Sunny P's holding the fort. That's a triple kill from Sunny, suddenly out of nowhere. So many heads, so many lost. Sunny immediately starting off the series with a 4K, and she is all smiles. That is absolutely a beautiful play. What happened, Sajidine? Everyone walked into her bullets.
That's kind of like the most frustrating thing, I think, about this site, right? Where there's just so many places and corners that you have to play around, and Hot Flash, they just did that so well, where they don't even need to get that spike down. They just contested and like played the gunfight, created those 1v1 situations, peeking off of corners, getting the trades, and making sure that they're creating those proper callouts. But look at the movement here, complete site abandonment on the side of Tourmaline, as they're just going to just flank around, wrap around, and give up B and try to play a retake as a team.
They're going around the whole world right now. We'll see what Rox can do. She seems to be at the entry here. Sunny P, though, she's feeling good after that 4K. She's going to push up into a very dangerously deceptive spot. She's going to allow Shiftwalker to come by, be first contact, be a little bit of bait as well for Sunny to maybe find that contact. But look at this. Interesting result. Tourmaline not moving whatsoever. That bomb is still ticking away. Looking like it might be a little too late to go for it now, but Tourmaline could maybe potentially look for some exits here, and yes, they will. Sunny P is going to push up, though. She spots out two, gets a double kill. It doesn't work. The exits nowhere near Tourmaline's favor. That's going to be Hot Flash, good for 2.
That is a read and a half, as if they were just, they knew the strat. They were like, no one's contesting this bomb plant. No one's contesting like for the defuse. No one's even contesting us on site. They know that they're looking for those exit frags, looking for any gun donations that are available to them, and we're just hurting any of their economy. They read that corner. There was a push from the side of Hot Flash, managed to like get those kills, get that round, but it's gonna be against the rifles now of Tourmaline as they make their way onto site. But it doesn't matter. This P90 push by Alex is so dirty. She finds 2 before she falls.
The theme of most of these rounds, right? Just rushing in, just overwhelming Tourmaline, and so far there hasn't been a response. We did see the attempted exits. It was an interesting strat from Tourmaline in the last round, but Dreamstorm finds herself the last alive. She almost evens it up. If Summer were to fall now, this would be a straight fight, but bomb is down though. Still having to evade bullets all the same, trying to get closer to it. Almost nails away Shiftwalker, but instead, again, a flawless scoreline for the attackers. It's working out unbelievably well. Ooh.
It is like those are 2 guns donated over to the side of Hot Flash. They have bomb plant money. They got all the kills, obviously, like with 2 players still alive. So their cash, their cash coffers is looking so good. And that was, remember, against the full buy on the side of Tourmaline. And it's still Hot Flash ended up dominating it. And now we're just seeing Tourmaline once again on their back foot here, having to play those close corners. It's working out so far. That is 3 for them. But as I say, 2v1 still possible. No. Oh no, Keg. Oh
no. These rounds are just blending together like a seamless quilt. Summer, though, gonna put the final stitching down. That's another round. Another one for Hot Flash. And again, Tourmaline's the team here who got destroyed by Hot Flash not too long ago. They needed to do their homework and, practice. They had the VOD review, see what the strats would be from Hot Flash. And so far, we haven't seen any result of that at all. Maybe the read for the exits was a decent one from those replays, right? But Hot Flash, they read into that perfectly, and that feels like the common theme for the majority of these rounds. Tourmaline opting to go for the push-up here again. I do like this from Rox. She might be able to be good for one here. It's going to be Alexa down below, but again, too wide of a swing. That's Rox who falls, and Raven finds herself not in a great spot, but she can catch out at least Summer. Oh, nearly, there we go. Confirm into a double kill as well. Plus, that's the trade. The mini redemptions there, but the full revenge tragedy, we haven't quite seen it. And Jay Lee and company, they're the last of 3 alive. It could be good to find one, maybe. The frag grenade does go down. Raven's being pressured. She has to hold a small little angle, wait for the wide swing contact. But looks like the Hot Flash don't want to go for it. They have a minute left now, and they have plenty of time to decide whether they want to go for A or B.
They do. I mean, that was, honestly, I really love that movement that Tourmaline did, just pushing down middle and getting that information control. They do still have the number advantage here. However, I wouldn't count out Hot Flash yet as they push through, but it is the op that they run into that's causing the good for one, will not find the other. That is the op down. And Shift Walker, very little HP, can't get that bomb plant. Will fall. Oh. And a round finally goes towards Tourmaline, and I must say, like, I think I started getting into that thought of, I love the mid push, getting that information, holding this down here. Like, yes, you may have lost one, but Raven got that trade and another kill with some information as far as like where they would be moving. The rest of the team on Tourmaline, they had both sides on lock pretty much. So all they had to do was force that bomb plant and then just take it in and get those kills, which they did. So much needed round for them. And it looks like Hot Flash, they're kind of on a bit of a pause and trying to figure out what they want to do here moving forward. But
yeah, I mean, I wanted to say that Tourmaline too, right? Their push up from mid was very, very aggressive, but that was the same exact push we saw in round number 2 that didn't end in any result. That was the round at the very end. They only pushed up after the bomb plant gone down, and hiding and looking for those exits didn't work. Was the big difference just because Tourmaline had rifles? They had that confidence?
It definitely helps. I would say just getting that information as far as like having that trades, and that's always like the backup. We're seeing a bit of a replay of that right here, right now, again with their movement. But Op is also now available in the hands of is Jay Lee. Good for 2 though, and the numbers on the side of Tourmaline, it's gonna be very difficult to hold. And
Swindle.
Raven perhaps looking for that repeat. No, it's not gonna happen. Just kidding.
Yeah, it feels like Hot Flash really read into that aggressive play again. Tourmaline realized, hey, this could work. Maybe we should try it twice. But I feel like these kind of strats, where they work once, it seems like Hot Flash are a team that are really fast at adaptation.
Yeah, and I mean, this is going to be an op save, very likely here. You want to carry that over onto the next round. There's no... It's gonna be too much of a prayer to be able to say, hey, go 1v4 that right now, which is fine. And I think that like now they're gonna have to make some adjustments, Tourmaline, as far as what sort of information gathering they need to do with that op that they want to play with. Perhaps like just holding down mid or picking like one of the sites. I would say maybe even hold down B with it. It seems to be where that tends like the favor for a lot of teams are, and if you can control that, it's a quick rotation over onto the other side. No, they find her in the end.
Oh, unfortunate. I was gonna say, I mean, that adjustment holding inside B with the op could be a great way to stop the entry potential that Hot Flash have been really using aggressively, but that aggression just hasn't had an answer yet. And I'm racking my brain trying to think of a consistent one that Tourmaline can bring. But we talked about how big the homework play would be for Tourmaline in between games, but so far they haven't been able to find a way to meet this aggression just yet. And Hot Flash, they're going to keep us on our toes, literally, because it seems like they're going to be pushing in once again. B-side completely in their favor for the bomb plant.
No rifles to the name of Tourmaline, so I do like this strategy, but this is Hot Flash. They know that this is happening right now. They're already watching their 6, making sure that any flank or even attempt to another exit, like, oh gosh, they're just gonna flush them out with that nade in the little shack. That feels rough. Look at how much damage is falling right now. Oh man.
Well, it's looking good for Jay Lee, though.
Oh, they find one. They find one. That's the sole consolation for this round in the pistol. And Raven.
I hate to say it. That might be the most amount of eco kills they've gotten so far. I think it is.
I would say like they had an earlier round where they all like held the close corners of B site. I'm a little surprised they didn't attempt to do that again. I think it just created a lot of chaos that they weren't able to sustain it. I almost feel like that could be ideal instead of like leaving a site complete to abandon. It's just really hard to play against these rifles in the hands of Hot Flash. Also, Hot Flash, they're just, you know, heat check right now for them. They're finding those kills and those frags so easily and so handily. And if you're trying to make any adjustments on the side of Tourmaline, they've been we've seen them push up mid, we've seen them give up a site, but not necessarily give up a site where they also have the gun advantage, or at least gun equality that they do right now. That's kind of the benefit of these rifles, right? Is you're able to have some long range control. They can sit up on the nests and perhaps start picking them off if there's another B favor here, which so far we're already seeing Hot Flash in their movement. It's just going to be wash, rinse, repeat until it no longer works. And that needs to be punished, and I like that some of these early mollies coming out to try and slow that push down.
Oh, I dropped a coin, but hopefully Tourmaline, doesn't drop the ball. But as I say that, though, opening picks, Rocks falls, and it really makes me wonder, Tourmaline, they haven't stacked up on B side necessarily. We see a big spread out for their defense, and the Hot Flash, they can all push relatively together and get those trades, but oftentimes the trades aren't even needed. This is the exception, though. Raven pushing toilets, has someone maybe around the corner. It's going to be the quick spotting, though, of Shiftwalker. She's soon to fall. That's a huge opening pick, or at least for Tourmaline's side, but they can actually capitalize on it twice over with Dreamstorm taking out two more. It's going to leave Jundia, though, in an interesting spot. Up, well, almost potentially against Op, but Dreamstorm is still the one on the board to look out for. A Huntress in the night, but Thoria instead climbs it up instead. It's going to be Summer now, last alive, and maybe the jig is up. It's all down to this. Summer, this aggressive play into B, not quite working this time around now. Summer may be able to find some impact here. Could remove some more of the rifles off the board against some of Tourmaline. But again, the big problem is going to be Summer down below, treading for the high ground quite literally. Bomb to her left, smoking it out. No idea where the last two are, but it's a crossfire that doesn't work. Summer's so close to a 1v1, but right from behind the lucky moment, it's your girl Raven who takes her down, and that's his attack timeout. Not a bad adjustment. Coming away with a round win is really important.
That was quite scary for the side of Tourmaline. I would say the round had its first momentum shift on the flank of Raven, getting those kills over in the toilet, getting not even just the kill, like even just the information. You've pushed up through the playground and found, and knowing that nobody's there, it's going to be most likely a split B hit. Made that call. You see the movement of the rest of the team already ready to catch anybody on the entry. Managed to get that flank information, which forces the hand of Hot Flash to have to push through to B into the crosshairs of the waiting Tourmaline players. However, in the end, got very scary. You do not want to set up those 1v1 situations when it's a 1v3. You know where the bomb is. You know, even if you don't have any idea, the crossfire, you need to be ready to swing when your teammate makes that contact. And it got a little scary there, but Raven, in the end, very much the MVP of that round. Hot Flash looking like they want to try this all over again. It's a quick movement onto B. They're already on site, Keg.
Well, if it only broke 2 times, why bother fixing it? And we can probably see why. Shiftwalker takes down Thoria, but it just keeps going to trades. This op is going to be a huge pain in Hot Flash's side, and they're already dealing with it with the smoke grenades. Dream has a relative idea of Shiftwalker, but she's going to choose to push by the smoke instead. No, not a push by at all. Hiding inside the smoke, waiting for that inevitable push out for what's left of Hot Flash. And now look, a collective 10 HP from what's left of Hot Flash's side. Still both alive if they can take some bodies down. Summer's already got one, but again, the push up, the crossfire this time working. This time for the side of Hot Flash. Shiftwalker's good for 2. And now there's only one left. It's your girl, Raven. She has to defuse the bomb and take care of Shiftwalker all at the same time, but there's no time at all. It's a 3 health clutch from Shiftwalker.
My goodness, that was... It already got a little like hairy with the first tap of that defuse. Manages to stall it out on the side of Hot Flash. Oh, the positioning, and there's just like absolute no coverage. And like we talk about this, and we're just constantly going to see this repeated over and over, is just how fast and how, as a team, Hot Flash is moving. It doesn't look like they're going onto a hard B push this time around. It looks like they want to make a lot of noise over at mid, get that space and get that, map control a bit, and they're gonna try and see if this can work on the other side on A side. Keg, I don't mind Tourmaline. Tourmaline has played it a lot further back. They've given up a lot of map control here, and they're gonna try and attempt to play on this retake. They do not have any guns. It's gonna be a tough hold for them here, but not impossible.
No guns at all does mean up close and personal. The Glock and Deagles might be able to find a little bit of damage, right? Only one USP on the board, though, but again, the spray down versus an AK, it's going to be really rough to see. So many of those pistols being blasted away through the smokes. Not just yet, though. I do like what Summer's doing. She's holding the angle, but Alexei actually takes down different bodies instead. It's a triple that we see off screen, but Summer from behind does all the same. I don't even know how many kills that was, but in the blink of an eye, Sajidine Tourmaline loses it all again for their eco.
Man, this is why, at least like for me, A site it's just so rough, so rough. Honestly, though, I would say if you were Tourmaline, that probably is the best case scenario you can ask for when when you have nothing but pistols to your name. Is all right. Let's play these close quarters. Try to see if I can get get a quick pistol spray down to you. I can't battle you long range.
Ooh, look at this angle.
Oh, the dome
Oh,
of Alex
Jun
just got removed. Oh my. We're back.
Jun Diaz, such a good opper. Yeah.
So good.
It makes you wonder, though. This is the first time Hot Flash has had their full entry shut down, right? Look how slow and how much respect Hot Flash need to give. Tourmaline's not doing any respect at all. Rox, though, might be good for another here. Oftentimes, we find her in this small little corridor, right? And Summer's right on the other side of this wall. But I like this map control that Tourmaline's bringing out.
Yeah, this is a lot of information that they're collecting right now. Like, I mean, even if Rox ends up falling there, they're very much aware that, yeah, no one's on site yet, and we're seeing that smoke come out and hit or the molly like hit on A side. There's counter grenades are being thrown out on the side of Tourmaline, but nobody on site just yet. So no one's falling for these utility throws. It's like, unless we have the vision,
this might be tough.
Rotate. It will.
Only time Tourmaline they lost the round because Summer last round got a triple kill from behind. But if that can't happen again, the numbers have evened up. As long as Tourmaline can stay afloat here and maybe take down Summer too, this might be the chance to get that third round on the board. Shiftwalker's positioning, I actually really like it. She's ready for the crossfire from both different ways. It could be a double swing here. It's a swing for one. Dream gets traded out. Jundia finds Shiftwalker instead. Sunny P, though, hiding like a little gopher, finds a double kill at the end. And I feel like oftentimes that positioning just works out so well for ASA for Hot Flash the few times we've seen them push the site.
This is twice now we've seen Tourmaline just get surprised by somebody on their 6 over on A site. That truck bed position has been not the greatest for them, because for Hot Flash, they managed to just like ninja their way through, get up on the backside of that truck and get a kill. I mean, we talked about it. You pointed that out. Sunny, I think, like had a triple kill from that same position last time, and now we're back to 2 hero rifles, a bunch of pistols on the side of Tourmaline, looking for a kill.
Oh, Dream!
Oh,
jeez. That was a weapon diff.
Yeah, big weapon.
We didn't see anything. Never happened.
No, it did not.
What didn't?
This is
exactly.
This time around, this is Raven trying to do the spray down, managed good for 2. That is the bomb now in the middle, wide open, not being able to plant it, and Hot Flash all to fall. Great round for Tourmaline there.
Yeah, really good redemptive comeback there. And now look, full weapons on the board, minus Dreamstorm. She was the only person to fall that last round. And now, by picking up weapons, there's only a few more rounds in the first half, right? But at the very least, this could become a much more competitive scoreline. But if I'm Hot Flash now, I'm probably not going to push A again. These B-side entries have worked almost flawlessly every round, and only that adjustment has been allowing Tourmaline to win, but it's only been for a single round too. And there it is. The adjustment's been made to B. This has gone almost without a hitch for the bomb carrier to go down first. Won't be a good sign, but of course, as we say that, it's all yellow on the board for Hot Flash. They mow down more enemies. Rox again in her usual spot, gonna be looming around. Raven is above, does have an aerial perspective, allowing Rox to push up here. Gives a bit of a reconnaissance. Your girl Raven playing a sniper. Could isolate Summer here too with Rox, but no. Rox doesn't check the corner. She assumes it's safe. Could be good to find at least one known enemy. Summer comes from behind, though, and mows them down. And, well, scoreline's now double digits to a single 3. And, well, we're back to attack pause.
That we are. I mean, okay. One of the earliest memes of Counter-Strike that I ever remember was this photo of a CT crouched down. I think if I remember, yeah, crouched down, but then not realizing that there's a terrorist like standing right behind him, and the caption was "Always check your sticks," because on the entry hold that we saw from Tourmaline, as Hot Flash, barrel their way onto B site, they did so well. They got 2 entry kills immediately. However, on that rotate, everybody seems to get caught off guard by the rest of Hot Flash coming from behind, and it's just like it's all about positioning right now. There is some really good crossfire and trades created by Hot Flash that Tourmaline just does not have an answer to, or are just a little frazzled with when it's happening. And it's either it needs to be better callouts, better comms, or just better positioning moving forward as they make these adjustments. Hopefully over time, that is something that I want to see more from them.
I do like Tourmaline, though. They get some fantastic opening picks, too. We saw the bomb carrier go down the beginning of last round, and again, 2 opening picks. But oftentimes with those aggressive entries where someone on a Hot Flash goes down first, oftentimes that tradability, you mentioned it yourself, works unbelievably well. I'm afraid of Jundia here, though. She notices the leg of 1, does do a teeny tiny bit of damage, but not enough to really run away or rotate sides about just yet. Korea, though, in the depths of it. Good mow down again. 1 left alive. Simple ADS could very well take down Alexei, but she's holding the 4 near pillar. Oh, but Jundia, very top above. Again, the sniper. Keen Eagle Eye takes down 2 that round.
They did exactly what I was asking from them as I was still like talking. It was that is the kind of thing. And I mean, for the most part, it was really great hold. I'm telling you that little nest area with the perfect bird's eye view of everything on B site was perfect, and they got those kills. Utility was being used on the side of Thuria as well to back up and create those positions for Jindia to get those
Oh.
That is a bit of a strong
Too fast, it's too fast.
Be careful.
Oh, she gets 1! Beautiful, but she's overwhelmed so quickly. Now the op goes in Shiftwalker's possession. Dream's forced to drop down. It might be a 2v3. There might be some inferior weapons on Hot Flash's side, but even then, op in the hands, though, of Shiftwalker. We have to watch out from above. Dreamstorm does fall. Could try to isolate out Sunny PP. She does have the weakest weapon of the bunch. Sunny does fall, but look, crossfire action. 1 being an op might be a little too up close, too personal. Now the op wielder's gone. It's up to Summer just to hide away. They don't know where she's located just yet. As long as she can hide, go for 1. Peekaboo, I most certainly saw you. Raven falls, and Summer now playing with the molly. It's the animation. A bad case of the timings. I like what Tourmaline's doing, but look how much time she's wasted. She sacrificed herself for the molly, and that's another round in the favor of Hot Flash.
Oh my god, that was so good. So much to dissect there, but this is the half, and I'll blow my brains with all of this information after the break here.
Takes more than money to force a change. Takes more than time to heal the pain. Heartbreak will light the fire. Heartbreak will light the fire. Fire will light the fire. Fire will light the fire. Takes more than money to force a change. Takes more than time to heal pain. Heartbreak will light the fire. Heartbreak will light the fire. I've seen it all. Got my scars down the road. Been working hard to the bone. Moving on, heavy load. Life is long, and don't you know?
Welcome back from the break. All right, Sagittarians, time to sneeze now. Sneeze out your brains. Tell us about what's going on with Tourmaline. What can they do for their T side?
Oh man. Well, my brain was exploded
Achoo.
with all of the big brain plays. Okay, I can't English right now. All I know
can't
is
either.
that what Tourmaline needs to do is take a bit of a page out of the Hot Flash playbook, get an aggressive B push right now, get that bomb planted, get some money, and get some kills, and just be careful of the positioning of Hot Flash and potential flank that they are pretty likely to do. It's going to be a lot of pincher movements, I feel like, here. I wouldn't be surprised if we might even see like a bit of a mid play to start, just to shake things up. You know what I mean? But
Doesn't sound like a bad option.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is, because this is the heat check round, right? So it comes down to gather some information or do a bit of a cheeky execute. We saw a cheeky execute when Hot Flash were on the T side by that quick movement onto A and gathering that up. For the most part, when I say that, B is the side that a lot of teams tend to favor, that did end up happening throughout that first half, but that casual, oh yeah, we're in A this time around, surprise, will always keep your enemies on their toes, and that's what you want. And okay, we're already seeing here, there's going to be a bit of a fast movement of the group. We're seeing a little bit of I'm going to wait here for any potential rotate as you all make some noise, knowing that Hot Flash positions himself so far up, hearing those noises initially hurt Truby. But look at the big runaround that they're going to end up on A.
And look who's not with them too, right? Thoria hiding away near spawn. Might be a fake, could be a deep lurk. Some shots were made and the rotate's already been called. No clear presence just yet of anybody for Tourmaline. Thoria, though, is going to meet up with the rest of the team. All the defenders, though, for the most part, were on A. They've rotated, they trickled back on the B, though, but got to keep it on the 2 below. Jaylee and Shiftwalker being the 2 we're talking about here are forced to go for the gunfights and immediately find success. Oh, and it's a losing battle for Tourmaline. They've tried to fake out all over side Hot Flash, and none of it's working out. Rox is the last one alive, and she's good for 1, but even if Hot Flash a little worse for wear in this opening pistol from the last, still not looking pretty for Tourmaline's side. That's going to be another round. Bomb did go down, though, but the round ultimately did go back in the favor of Hot Flash again.
That was... when I said go for a cheeky play at the start...
It was cheeky.
It was a bit cheeky. It was you know, that old school strat that around the world, but it wasn't around the world. It was like around like the northern hemisphere or something, because it was only halfway through the map. We didn't really make your way all around the map. And I get the concept. However, it just allowed, I mean, this is the crazy thing about this map is how close both sites are to each other, that the rotates are so fast that instead of keeping Hot Flash on one side of the map over the other, instead what Tourmaline ended up happening is they just got picked off all on site on B, and that's not what you want to do. There's a bit of a force now. Battle. It's a battle in the park.
Oh no, and it just keeps going. 3 left alive now for Tourmaline. They choose to completely ignore Sunny and just choose to go back to A site. Summer's got to deal with the mess, though, that Sunny had and Alexa had helped create. But it looks like the bomb does go down. Summer on the other side still single holding A, allowing more time for everyone else on her team to rotate. She is going to fall. Rox is good for 1. Sunny, though, again, the lurker left behind completely. Now has to be faced into contention. She's good for 1. The trade's not found just yet. Your girl Raven struggling for her life outside bathrooms. Heads down to Sunny. 3 HP. Oh, no. There's an air bubble in my stomach, and it might just pop if Sunny's able to clutch this up. There might be too little time. You might be wondering why I'm like hiccuping every other sentence, but no. It's gonna stay in my stomach. Another round, or a good first round this half for Tourmaline.
Oh my goodness, what? Oh, that feels bad. They both died. They had their guns. That was a force on the side of Tourmaline. Tourmaline, they both died. I think they were laughing about that too. You know, both teams bought whatever they could. Like you saw some SMGs, like a little bit of those Max and whatnot coming up. We're seeing even the good old fancy Tech 9 coming out right now. But okay, with that bomb plant and with those kills, there is still some decent economy on the side of Tourmaline. So they're gonna still rifle up this time around. But look how the position of Hot Flash is here, knowing that they are at the gun disadvantage.
And they're still so aggressive about it. We saw Tourmaline on their own defense push up quite a bit, but feels like an unstoppable power has met also an unstoppable force. It's just neither party moving. It's a no man's land in the middle, Saj, and no one wants to give up any sort of space at all. Thoria is really the most movement heavy person in the server right now. She's leading the charge slowly but surely through the manhole, through the sewer. Dream could be good for first contact here. It's really down to this little party. There is another party, another cavalry unit not too far behind. Rox is the most decisive here, though. She's going to be looming down below once again. She may be able to approach up and find one, but she does so. She's going to meet the entire party of Hot Flash. They may be well aware about what the execute may look like. Keep in mind, though, Hot Flash have no idea what's going on yet. They might hear the bomb plant go down, and certainly we do see a few different flickerings on screen, but now that it's certainly not A, the audio won't allow that. It has to be a B take. This means, though, Sajidine, everything has to be nice and fast for Hot Flash's defense. They have to retake everything, but they have no info on the positions of Tourmaline. That's going to allow Rox to go for the molly, shot off one pivotal part for the rotate completely. She is going to show face, though. Tempted diffuses if the molly come by. blocks it out with the smoke grenade. Still 2 more, not too far away. Again, look at the weapons. Not too many for Hot Flash's side. They had to make sure these gunfights are up close and personal. But your girl Raven, she's got a far better weapon. She wants to make sure that's not possible, but watch out! Rocks falls, and so does Raven! These angles should not be for Hot Flash, but they stall just enough time for it to be another Tourmaline round. It was a costly round, Sajanine, but at least they got around, right?
It did not, right? I was going to say, if you look at the kill feed versus if you look at how that round actually ended up going, who actually won there? I mean, you know, like, Hot Flash pretty much got every kill on their save round, on their let's all sit in toilet and wait it out and see how this plays out strategy. And Tourmaline, yeah, they get that bomb and the round in their favor, but at a very costly, very expensive round for them. I mean, they'll still have guns to their name this time around, but this is, if this round it does not swing in their favor, it's going to be very tough. And you can sense that too with the way that they're playing right now. It's a pseudo default. They're trying to flush out some of the utility on the side of Hot Flash. They're not really sure where they're playing this time around. I don't even know if they knew where they were last time, and that's kind of concerning because you're like, we know that that site was given up. Where were they posted? Were they all on A? Were they stacked somewhere else in the middle? Did they just let us through? What went down? It's just a lot of mind game mental stuff, and that is a great pick as well from Jay Lee. Oh, that is good information gathering as well. There's still bodies of Tourmaline from either site, and Hot Flash is already ready to connect too, so not too worried about them just yet. A lot of the utility being wasted, being pushed, and Alex will get that. Oh my gosh, that's a TK too. Oh my.
Ooh, that might be B-side lost. Minus Jay Lee. Oh no, reinforcements are coming. That's always good. I mean, this is an expensive round, right? We talked about how, you know, you won the last round for Tourmaline, but again, every single, body here did count. Not only did everyone who had very little eco to work with at the beginning of this round force bot after winning the last round, but having a flawless win for Hot Flash's side, they stalled enough, but now they're going to force themselves to an eco again. It makes me wonder, was that round that Tourmaline did win really worth it if they lost all their bodies in the process?
Now you're kind of just like wishing that you didn't.
I just wish I stayed alive.
Yeah.
Oh dang it!
I mean, it can't be helped sometimes. You know, your legs can only carry you so far. But we're seeing this aggressive Molly and aggressive movement once again on the side of Hot Flash. They're feeling pretty confident right now. They know that the round. Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Mow down Jay Lee. Summer to answer as well. Sorry, this round's already over.
It reminds me a lot of like math class, 7th grade, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know the homework, you know the test, you've took the test already and you didn't pass it, but you have the opportunity to take the test again, and you didn't do your homework to prepare for it. And Tourmaline kind of.
I thought you were gonna say you showed up naked to class or something. I'm like, that's the nightmare, right?
Oh no, that was college. But no, I mean, Tourmaline here, they had everything at their disposal to go and counter-strat a lot of Hot Flash, and we're just not seeing that here. It's just a run and gun kind of style. Good opening pick though, but again, these commonalities of the trades come by, and Alexa is just so good about these spray transfers. It's unbelievable. Good kill from Sunny though, nearly finding a second there with the quick draw, but it only did enough to not do a whole lot of impact. But there's not many left alive here, Sajidine. It makes me wonder though what the next move could be. It's not over and out yet for Tourmaline though. Bit of a reset moment, stopping the momentum of Hot Flash and almost kind of a regathering, right? Maybe a reapproach or re-rotate over to the B site.
Yeah, I like that movement. I mean, again, we're seeing one on each site on the side of Hot Flash to hold things down. The bomb is still in control of Tourmaline, so it's not the worst. You still have like a little under a minute left to make your way onto site here. Yeah,
well, look at the gamble here.
Long way. Yeah, they're gonna make the long way around. We'll make it in time if they decide to do this A hit against the one of Hot Flash holding it down. It is definitely doable.
Yeah. But look at this, right? Sunny P is by herself. She has the op, but if the op goes down and she misses a single shot, especially in a 1v2, it's all going to be over for A-Site. This is a great setup for Sunny P now. She hears the audio to the right. She knows at least one should be in her gate. She's able to find one, but look how hidden away she is. She can get away unscathed. There's no trade ability at all. And now the Rocks, fighting for her life, needs the force to push up with 10 seconds left. There's no time to go for this bomb plan now, but oh, geez, again, it was looking good. It was looking really good for Tourmaline to push up, but that op was too strong from Sunny.
Too strong indeed. It's like of all the people, of all the guns you want holding down that site, of all the places you didn't smoke out or you couldn't smoke out because I think they were left with the one utility at that point. Yeah, it's the 50-50 and they just lost out on it, unfortunately. The idea was sound, it's just the execution didn't so much fall into place. But this is 2 rounds in a row now that there's so much mid-battle aggression here. It is the playground of doom and the bathrooms of hell. Oh my god. Sunny. Sunny to fall even with that op in hand. Like, oh man, this is...
It's a doable round, though.
Very doable.
Bomb goes down, too. More trades weighing in the favor of Tourmaline. I like this setup. It's going to be up to Summer, though, to see whether or not this can go to fruition. Maybe be the ball rolling that Tourmaline needs. Plus, she has the... Oh, Dream, excuse me, has the AK. There we go. Now it's only the AKs left. This is where things get a little bit more even, right? Smoke has gone down. Still no sign of that diffuse coming by. Dreamstorm can play around with this opportunity. There's so little time left. Summer's going to bait it out, though. She's aiming at the wrong angle. There we go. Beautiful flick. Is there enough time? It looks like there is, but not by much. And good Lord, what a great round.
Barely.